It dragged on longer than Lord of the Rings. Look, I'm not much of a jazz player. This movie was made from a short film by the same director with the same title. The same title as the song they play in it. It came out around the same time I was at ECU and on the Mount Lawley campus. So like across the way, buildings 1 and 2 is Whopper. So here's me doing a film degree, meeting a few like pretentious people and like, but also hanging out with the musos. It gets a lot of things right, this movie. In terms of pretentiousness and music students in school or college, I guess. I've seen people close doors and burn bridges prematurely. It's it does happen. We open on Andrew playing a drum kit, but it wasn't his to play. Enter Mr. Fletcher, witnessing unbridled talent. So he figures, may as well give him an audition. It didn't go well. Fletcher is then dissatisfied with his current drummer and gives Andrew another chance. We watch and see if Andrew has what it takes to undergo the pressure and become one of the greatest jazz musicians of his time. Obviously, it's mixed well. The color temperature for most of the film reminded me of a jazz club, which is nice. Had good framing and camera movement when necessary. And it was paced really well. They could have chosen any vehicle or profession to get their message across. The Gambler, that came out in the same year, had the same message. I believe the term is called simultaneous creativity. Both films, the message was to put in 100% to what you want, because if you don't have it, it's not worth trying. The Gambler showed us quite a literal blackjack gambler. He like ends up going into debt just so he can give it everything he has. Whiplash took a more subtle approach to things, focusing on a drummer of a jazz band. Jazz is one of those like professions and music genres where like it's so relatable because like there's no lyrics, there's a little bit of gatekeeping, I guess, but it's just one of those things. It's sort of like a blank canvas concept where you can go, oh, he's good at playing drums. He wants to be a drum guy who drums things. I can relate to that because my dreams are ambitious. If you made it like about baking sausage rolls, surely there'll be some people like, oh, fuck yeah, I love sausage rolls. And then other people like, oh, yeah, I want to be a chef one day. I can relate to that somehow. But like most people will be like, okay. What? I didn't even think that they still did those by hand. You know what I mean? Where there is like a jazz drummer is like, yeah, like it's such a vague, like abstract concept that it's relatable to a wider audience, which is great. It's not for everyone. If you've already achieved your dreams, then you're probably not interested in this movie. There are some like brutal scenes in there. And if you don't like jazz, I can recommend The Gambler. It's pretty similar concept. Just with no jazz in it. Oh, I think there's a little bit of jazz. Or ballet, something. Just a little bit. But it's you like it, trust me. This movie is great. The narrative is adequate. The message is fun and powerful. And there's some clever dialogue and action sprinkled in there, which is always fun on a rewatch. And it has nigh perfect pacing, if not for the drawn out ending. Whiplash has nigh perfect pacing with an excellent, powerful message. Not quite as good as The Prestige. And even though it's a different genre, it is better than LA Confidential. But I've got to give it to Spider-Man in the end. That's why I'm putting Whiplash above LA Confidential and below No Way Home.